Hi, in this video we'll be looking at how to interface the Zigbee module and how to use it in our applications. The Zigbee module, that's the XBS2 module which we have. It also interfaces over the UART interface, and the default baud of this is 9600, and it also uses 80 command mode. However, the 80 commands of this module are a bit different than the ones which we saw for Wi-Fi and GPS module earlier. So let's see how to use this. But before we do that, we need to know a bit about Zigbee, because that's the network configuration of Zigbee is not as simple as Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. It's not kind of a plug and play module. So let's look at how the Zigbee network looks like, a typical Zigbee network. So over here, as you can see, a Zigbee network has three components: a coordinator, a router, and an end device. These are all Zigbee devices. So one of a network, each network of Zigbee, which is also called as a piconet, needs to have a coordinator in it. So there should be one coordinator per network. Without that, the network won't get created. Then you can have multiple routers per network. The routers can talk to each other and talk to coordinator and talk to the end device. The coordinator can talk to the end device and the routers. And then the last component, the end device, it can also talk to router and coordinator, but that's a slave. The end device can never connect between themselves. So you cannot have an end device connected to an end device. You can have a router connected to a router. You can have a router connected to an end device, but you cannot have two end devices directly connected to themselves. They need to go via a router or a coordinator. All right. So these are different profiles of a Zigbee module. So we need to keep this in mind while we are testing Zigbee. So what we need to do is, when we are testing Zigbee in a controlled environment, in a simulated environment, we'll make one of the modules as coordinator and another module as router, and then that's how we can connect each other. Alright. So now, how to configure a module as router or a coordinator? For that, we need to open the CTU application which we have installed. So in the folder in which you have installed the CTU X-CTU application, you will have an X-CTU ng folder. Inside that, you will have an app file. Just run that app file. It's a binary file. It will start the X-CTU application, which is basically the configuration tool for Zigbee. While you are doing this, connect your WSN boards directly to your PC. So right now we'll not have a microcontroller in between. Directly the USB will be connected to the UART port of your WSN boards, and select the fourth switch, that's the Zigbee switch on the selector. Now in this X-CTU, what you need to do is add a new radio module. So you can click on here, select the USB on which you have connected the board, and say finish. It will try to discover the module. Make sure again that your board is directly connected to your PC, and the fourth switch on the selector is selected, that is the Zigbee switch. Okay, so here it has auto detected our module. If you click on it, it will show you more details. Alright, so it's updating certain things. While it's doing that, you can see over here the function set of the Zigbee module is a router. So basically this is a router module. Now to change this, you can change this via this in application. What you need to do is go to update. Over here there are different function sets available. So we are currently router 80. What we want to do is, we want to make this as a coordinator 80. So select coordinator 80, select the latest firmware version, and just say update. Now be careful that while this is happening, do not disturb the USB connection or the UART connection or the power supply to the board, because this is basically uploading the firmware, and uh, if anything breaks down in this between this step, the module may be useless after this. All right, so let this happen. All right, so once this is done, it will automatically reset the module and update the firmware. It will rediscover the radio module also. um, and then it will again read all the parameters out of the module and show it to you. Alright, now you can see behind this, while this is also updating, that the module now is a coordinator. It shows as a coordinator. Alright, so now what we have is, I have two modules with me right now. One of them is by default a router. These modules by default, out of factory, when they come as routers. You can change them at any point of time. So I have one module which is router, which I have not changed, and I have this module which is a coordinator, which I updated right now. Next, what we'll try to do is, now we'll try to establish a connection between both of them, and we'll try to do that using a microcontroller program, and just transfer data between that, and see how it works.